Today we're reading in Hebrews chapter 3 and verses 9 and 10, and it reads, "When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years, wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, They do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways." Hello, everybody. This is Carol, and welcome to Uplifting Home. And today we're going to be making our own homemade whipped cream. Sometimes we just don't realize how quick and easy some things really are, and homemade whipped cream is certainly one of those things. We can make our homemade whipped cream in less than 10 minutes, and that's including cleanup and everything. So it's really fast and easy. Coming in at about 50 calories for 2 tablespoons, it can be a luxurious way of giving ourselves a treat without adding too many added calories. And by making your own fresh, you know exactly what's in your whipped cream. And that's always a big plus when we're feeding our families as well as ourselves. Whether it be served on our holiday tables or throughout the month for everyday occasions, I encourage everyone to make our own whipped cream. And get the children involved. I know my grandchildren love the magic that happens when you take cream and turn it into whipped cream. It's really fun. Now let's get started. First of all, we're going to chill our bowl and our whisk attachment for the mixer by placing them in the freezer for about 10 minutes or so. And we also want to make sure our heavy whipping cream is nice and cold. You can simply store it in the coldest place in the refrigerator. And normally whipping cream comes with a long expiration date, so you can have the whipping cream in the fridge for whenever you need that special treat. First, we need 1 cup or 8 ounces of our heavy whipping cream. Add the cream to our well-chilled mixing bowl. Slowly increase the speed of the mixer until you're on high speed or whip. If you have a lot of spattering going on, you can drape a clean kitchen towel around the mixer, and this will keep the splatters under control until it starts to thicken up. This process can happen very quickly, so keep a close eye underneath the towel if you've draped a towel. Now, you want to make sure that you don't go past the whipped cream stage because it can turn to butter if you go too long. So it happens fairly quickly within just a couple of minutes, and then you've got nice thick cream. Now, right before it gets completely finished, we want to add our sweetener and our vanilla. So you can either add a tablespoon or 2 of honey, or you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And then in goes a teaspoon of vanilla. And then mix about 15-30 seconds longer, and your whipped cream is completely finished. And it's easily tested. If it holds its shape and makes a pretty peak, then you've got whipped cream and it's totally finished. The whipped cream is best used right away, but it can be stored in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 days. Or you can line a baking sheet with wax paper and put little dollops of the whipped cream as though you would dollop it on top of a hot chocolate or something, and freeze it till it's firm in the freezer. Then remove the dollops and put them in a Ziploc bag and store them in the freezer for use with your hot drinks through the winter, or anytime that you need just a dollop of whipped cream. Now, the freezing the whipped cream does change the texture just a little, makes it a little bit on the runny side, but it's still a wonderful flavor, especially if you're adding it to hot cocoa or something like that that's going to be warm anyway. In the freezer, the whipped cream will last about 3 months. And stay tuned and watch all the way to the end of this video if you'd like to see some beautiful snapshots of ways I've used whipped cream in the past. I hope you guys have enjoyed being here with me at Uplifting Home. I certainly have enjoyed having you here. And if you found this video helpful, please consider sharing the video with your friends and family. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Uplifting Home. That way you'll always know what we're up to.